Hello everyone, I'm Like a Boss.
And I must do.
The screen went black for there a second, but don't worry. We're going into the losers bracket before we see Raven and Blastoise.
I'm just so excited for that fight. I really hope it's one for the record books.
I mean, it's got to be one for the ages, as they both have fought each other once before. But now we're getting into Jin Kazama and Boromir. Jin Kazama, Champion's Bane. Boromir, Bane of Yoshi's, I guess, easy match. Easy cakewalk.
Yoshi's Bane?
No, Bane.
Yoshi is his Bane.
Yeah. So
that's how words work.
Sometimes they work that way, but here we have...
That was like a jump to act as a dodge.
In real life, we have someone versus... That's in their gi, and they're fighting someone with just their hands, no shoes or protective wear, versus someone in light armor.
Oh my goodness.
And a sword, and he sent him to another dimension. I know they're on the Pikmin Lost World, and he is truly lost now. Boromir's playing lights out right now. Nothing against Jin Kazama. I just think Boromir is starting to get better in the season. You know, he kind of fits that that blue role of the first season. Or maybe Bork role, where it's like, oh, we expect them to do decently, but they haven't really shown anything until it gets really late into the tournament.
Wow. It's super interesting how that recovery move actually damages through the stage.
I don't like it because, like, the stage clearly, it shouldn't allow for that, but due to how hitboxes work, it's one of those things that should be fixed but won't be fixed because it's not game-breaking, but it's slightly annoying.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Oh, and we saw that again, jumping over the attack.
And he can't make it back to stage, and very wise of Jin Kazama not to touch him.
Absolutely.
He could have disrespected him, and he said, no.
But in that attempt to disrespect, it could have also backfired.
Yeah, he could have got him back to stage, but now they finally have an even stock, and, you know, he's not looking too bad himself as he's starting the combo game, keeping the grabs up and doing lots of light combos, keeping him on his toes.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing that. And
that once
through
again,
the stage again.
I don't know why that happened. Well, I know why it happens, but I don't know why
it hasn't been fixed.
Once again, the English language. It doesn't make sense.
Can you believe it's our native language? Sometimes I don't.
9. I thought he didn't make it back there in time. That's another... They're basically hit for hit. Never mind. Wait, yeah, no, that is never mind, because Jin Kazama had 160 and Boromir had 113. But
absolutely.
Jin Kazama's not out of this yet.
Not quite, but as his damage continues to rack up, it looks more and more difficult.
Of course, with every hit that he doesn't knock him out with, it's looking very bad. Jin Kazama's supporters, you might want to put down your hats. Oh, a great dodge. Very nifty. Oh, he almost had that command input in there. You got to dodge that. Stay on stage. Okay. Very aggressive. Oh.
And then a sword to
imagine
the top
just
of the
getting
head.
hit with the back of the sword and getting sent off stage. Well, that's just what happened here to Jin Kazama. First off, we have to say hello to Fry, who gets a nice bye. Congratulations, recent tournament winner in the losers bracket. And now Robert's probably running through the code and saying, oh no.
They have met twice before, and both of those 2 times went in Big Boss's favor. So it'll be interesting to see if we can break that cycle.
Or if he can break that cycle.
Yes, if he can break that cycle.
I don't think our commentator's curse is that strong. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. We'll see.
As long as we don't see Big Boss go into a box. Big Boss go into a box.
Say that 3 times.
I would
please
rather
don't.
not.
Please don't. The viewers don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I know.
Just flood the comments with "say big box in a box" 3 times fast. We'll do it eventually if that's what you really want. Once again, Robert's just saving up that stinking laser. He has a laser. Use it.
It's a great tool to use from the other side of the map.
And when training him, I used it especially when ledge guarding because it's a very nice, efficient way of sending a message like, oh, don't recover high or don't recover low. The laser's coming out of my eyes and it's going to hit you. And they have to either dodge it or get hit by a laser and die. It's very even here, though.
It really is. Of course, Big Boss has that small damage lead, but...
But Robert has the better recovery by a landslide.
Yeah, Robert's recovery is just one of the best in the game. It is insane.
And so is Big Boss. They both have very similar... That's a life for a life.
Oh my goodness.
Perfectly balanced. Is
As
Big
all
Boss
things should
Thanos? We'll find out next time. Probably not. But yeah, that was That was a perfect kill trade. That's a reset. That's a hard reset on the match. He didn't like how things were going, and he just reset it right then and there, and it looks like the reset worked. Able to avoid the missile due to his recovery, yeah.
Oh, that was a beautiful move. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, he uses that combo quite efficiently when he can use it. He's just timid. But he wasn't timid against blue.
No, it's super interesting. But also, they're at the exact same damage again.
Yeah, and
it is neck and neck.
I don't think Big Boss is afraid to do the kill again, where it's both a soul for a soul.
We're getting so many good references in here.
Well, it's just the same reference multiple times.
Well, yeah, but still. Now, I've also seen Robert charge up that propeller, basically.
Yeah, the down B. He hasn't used the gyro spear yet.
So that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's from a special game. R.O.B.ert was made for an attachment for the NES and the SNES, and he was only ever used in one game.
This?
Technically, he's been in Mario Kart more than he's been in his own game. So.
Oh, wow.
He's in Mario Kart DS once, so that's all good and fun. Yeah, you fellow Nintendo nerds, y'all know it.
Oh, wow, that was a great dodge.
Putting him to sleep, and I've never seen a robot go to sleep like that.
Nor I, and Robert takes the lead.
Not bad, kid, not bad.
Now, he is at 130 damage, which could be lethal with one good hit or one good C4.
He got 4% on him, though. 9%.
See, there it is, charged up but not used.
I think that R.O.B.ert is kind of one of those fighters that adapts to who he's fighting against, so he fights like that fighter. He's processing it. Is that a SD? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That recovery, his little cipher that he was riding on actually saved his life. As that back air takes him off stage, but R.O.B.ert looks like he might get vengeance against the man who's beating him.
He might finally take his vengeance, exactly as you said.
Yeah, this is
got him up to 80% damage.
I know there's a lot of Metal Gear Solid games, and typically Snake wins, but this time it looks like Big Boss might not be the winner here. Maybe it's a MGS5 if we'll ever get any more games from there, as very quickly the damage flip-flops. He hasn't touched him once.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I don't care who you...
The
C4 is middle of the stage, right below the middle platform. I'm scared.
As am I. I really am just terrified as to how this will end.
You know what would be crazy is
Get
if they...
off the C4.
What if they kill trade, or he does another soul for a soul at the exact same time?
So how does that work? Does it send you straight to sudden death?
No, unless they both died at the same time, there's typically one that goes first. Yeah, it calculates damage, weight, percentage, and I think R.O.B.ert technically weighs more than Snake, or Big Boss here.
Ooh.
But his percentage is higher if that happens. The grenade comes out.
And he dodges the grenade.
The C4's on the side. He can't make it.
And R.O.B.ert wins.
R.O.B.ert, you won. But I really thought that R.O.B.ert was going to stay on the C4 and die.
I did too.
When he was going to try to recover from back to stage. But congratulations, R.O.B.ert. As we now get into the semifinal of this matchup, and we got two newbies. Or rookies, in a sense. Boromir, who's just happy to make it past that qualification round for once, and Fry, a fall from grace. He needs to get third place here to prove that, once again, similar to Eclipse, his tournament wasn't a sham.
Yeah, he needs to prove it wasn't just a fluke and that he belongs towards the top.
I mean, he did fight valiantly against Balstoisz when he did fight him, so
absolutely.
I can't say that he did poorly, but any given day as an Amiibo.
Absolutely.
And just like that, 3 hits. He's up to 73 damage.
See, that's what's beautiful about Boromir. He's got great speed and also can do great damage.
As that's, 4 hits and a KO. That's 1 hit, 22 damage, 2 hits, 34.
That's something you almost only see on the Balstoisz level. And then he has more speed. Now, not quite as much damage.
Not quite as much damage.
But more speed.
He's both far more aggressive and yet not aggressive at all.
And he's already got Fry back up to 81%.
Practically even here. Fry really looking a little bit confused here, as a little child, it seems. And yeah, that happened.
Oh,
no way!
Wow.
Boromir, welcome to the Spike Club.
We are happy to admit you. Oh, yeah, my
spikes
goodness.
Are amazing, and if you can spike, do them. It's the most hype way to destroy someone in Smash.
It's our favorite thing to watch.
As that takes him out.
That
no
is
3 stop.
Definitely top 10 though.
Yeah.
I would say top 5, but I haven't been counting and I don't like lying.
You're going to try to correct yourself.
But so we are at a 37% to 0, but on
Look at that stock,
one
though.
stock to 2 stocks.
Funny number out and quickly gone. He can recover from this with
Good
that tether.
night.
You know what I don't get? Why does Lucas's snake get to be a tether, but Yoshi's tongue not? Nintendo,
That is a
change
really
that.
good question.
Yoshi uses it all the time, and why doesn't it work? Samus's tether works. I don't get why Yoshi's tether doesn't. Oh, wait! What a turn of events! They both made it out alive.
I
In
was
one
not
situation where I thought
expecting
someone would
that.
definitely be off stage and
Oh my
die, well,
goodness.
they're both back.
And now they're both at really high
Boromir
damage.
has quite a lead here. He can start being really aggressive. Never mind. He has to be very cautious here, but yet just one good hit kills him. Fry has to be extremely cautious, but yet completely aggressive. That's sinking
It's
snake.
so long. Oh my goodness. That
As he's getting
Wow.
some up smashes there. 183 damage, still alive.
it doesn't even have to be a charge move at this point.
Oh, Boromir, what are you doing, buddy? Fry,
I
you're
think-
doing great.
I think
great
he might
shield.
be scared to chase him because he does.
Oh, he's starting to counter now. I don't think that counter is going to be enough. That catches him.
Oh, what
He
a
was
beautiful
wave
way to
dashing
finish.
beautifully. Boromir, congratulations, buddy. You make it to the stinking third place bout.
With that performance, that is normally enough to solidify a 5th place finish.
It's gotta be, but this is Bork and Robert.
So I just hope we get another exciting round because that was frankly a very good fight we just
Very
watched.
fun right there, but I don't know what's wrong with Robert's AI. Maybe because it's an AI for a plastic toy that's supposed to be an AI, it just doesn't quite think straight.
Yeah, it's like that episode of Rick and Morty where it's, I programmed for that, I programmed for that. We're programming an AI for a plastic bot that's supposed to act as an AI for a metal bot
Oh!
in a video game in a beautiful spike.
That was a spike, Morty. That was a spike.
Oh, that's just fantastic.
No, thank you. Hollywood, I'm waiting for my calls. I'm pretty good at voice acting. This isn't even my real voice.
And while I cannot voice act,
He's been banned from it.
yes, I have.
Since
I have
2015.
actually signed a contract. I'm willing to get in shape to look like The Rock, and you can put me in a movie, please. I'm desperate. I need money.
Oh, hold on there, Mastu. We're commentating for the #1 league in the world, and Bork is wave dashing after that fantastic kill. Robert still has a pretty steady lead. Maybe Robert's tourney 3 is his Jin Kazama turning moment, you know?
It is quite possible. We are seeing a great performance.
You
right
see that
here.
reflection there with the side B against the discus? This side B is going to basically neutralize all of Bork's plays, as it
He
kills
takes
him there
his
too.
second stock. See, it is one of the best moves in the game since it works as that reflector.
1 minute 30 seconds in too, by the way.
And we have 3 total stocks taken. That's insane.
Yeah, Bork really needs to pick up the game here. He's just not able to get in with the reach of R.O.B.ert. And
No, he can't.
he's really stopping him with that reflector.
Now, something I haven't seen R.O.B.ert do is that down charge.
He just did it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Like while he's on the ground and it spins on both sides?
He hasn't shot it out yet, but it's fully charged.
Oh, no, I'm talking about where it's like
Oh,
that
the
side
down
move.
smash.
Yes, my bad. Down smash. We haven't seen that yet. And that's one of my most used moves.
But it certainly has potential because it can
Yeah,
just basically sends them to the side. And
yeah, and it doesn't matter what side the opponent is on.
once again, I trained him better than this.
But regardless,
Well,
he's
they're
playing
even
extremely
damage.
well.
He's playing very well, and it seems like for him, Big Boss used to be his bugaboo, but he just got rid of that.
Absolutely.
He avoids that by doing.
I had a feeling he was going to fall into that.
I really thought he was processing it and saying, it is time for me to go in there.
But they are at the exact same damage right now. This is insane.
Yeah, but there's a stock difference. Bork really needs to get something going here. Same damage, almost to the... Never mind. He's avoiding it. Bork really has to go... He can't go off stage. He just has to zone him out. Oh my
Ooh,
goodness.
Beautiful.
He spike, you spike.
But at 160% damage, it's going to be hard to overcome that.
It's not impossible, and if anyone can do it, it's not Bork. As we get into it, R.O.B.ert, congratulations. You're going to fight for third place, son. Great match by R.O.B.ert there. I mean, that's not bad for Bork, especially with how they've been performing recently. As Boromir and R.O.B.ert get into it here, The rookies. The new guys.
So when you look at this, that means the guaranteed 1, 2, 3, and 4, 3 of which are rookies.
That's crazy. It's just good to see that the league is getting both a blend of youth and talent in there. Because we still have the Wrecking House, or the Powerhouse Wrecking Ball. I mixed up so many words at once there. Could not process it. Of Blastoise and, well, Kraken before this tournament, yeah. As Robert's really having his number here. I guess maybe he's proud because his dad's in the background there. Say hi to your dad, Metal Gear Ray. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the storyline.
Yeah, maybe he's fighting for his family right now.
He's fighting for his family as an ancient sword dweller from Weeb Chess is trying to fight him. And yes, that's what Fire Emblem is. You can't change my mind. Ooh, avoids the spike. That's 146 damage, and he's not going to be able to recover from... Oh.
Yes, he can, apparently.
Well, I knew Robert could, but I didn't think Boromir had an extra jump there. They both go for spikes off stage, but nowhere near the other Amiibo. That's got to kill.
Absolutely.
Robert, really turning it on recently, and all... Nope. Well, it's even. His dad's not very proud about that in the background. The spotlight's on him, too. He's pointing his gun at the match. We're not allowed to use that. Thank you for putting it away. Thank you. As Boromir is trying to find an answer for him, he can outrange him, right, with the sword, but maybe Robert's arms are just that long.
I don't know, but it does seem to be... Even though the damage is currently in Robert's favor, it still seems to be playing out as an even match.
Boromir does take, 4 hits to get you to kill percent, but that nifty side air takes you away from here. Do not point the gun at the match. Thank you, Metal Gear Ray. Thank you. Wow. No, I said no gun at the match, as Robert does get thrown off stage. Sorry for the Metal Gear. They're really just trying to take over here, but Robert proving that maybe he is the best Metal Gear. He's beaten Big Boss once now. He did lose to him twice, but come on, that's accurate to how the games typically go. Avoiding that neutral B.
Is he going to chase off the map?
He did chase for a little bit, but that's a stock taken, and
yes, it is.
76 damage isn't necessarily anything too safe from
Especially,
Boromir.
when he can get you up to 76 in 4 hits.
4 hits and can easily take you off stage if, well, never mind, it's Robert. He can always get back. I was thinking about that.
If you hit him down, he can get back up. Now, you hit him to the side or you hit him up, it could be a different story.
Yeah, if you walk him off the top of the stage, it could be... That's it! I was expecting the red screen of death, but congratulations to Robert going from getting kicked out of 2 tournaments in a row, right?
He went from a 12th place finish to an 11th to a 3rd. That is some great growth and improvement.
That's very similar to how Blue did last season.
Exactly. And so I just want to know if we keep seeing great performances come from Robert, or if this is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of occurrence.
I mean, we'll have to update his processor after this, but I think that he's perfectly fine the way he is. I can't wait to see what happens between Raven and Blastoise, and, well, I'm like a busk.
And I must do.
And we'll see you then.